Sup guys? So this time I'm recording a video all in English. This is the English tutorial challenge. Many people are doing this worldwide. Some American YouTubers are doing like Spanish makeup tutorials, and I thought I'd chime in because I love English, and I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I've always wanted to film a video entirely in English, so yeah, this is my chance. Who knows, maybe I can do more someday. Okay, so first disclaimer is my voice sounds different for two different reasons. One of them is that I'm sick. I have my tea right beside me and a lot of water to kind of get the voice going. Reason number two is that I am speaking in another language, so my voice does sound different. I mean, any voice from any person speaking in a different language will sound different because of that. So don't come for me because of that, because like that is completely normal and expected. If I were speaking Spanish, I would sound different as well. And if I were speaking German, I would also sound different. So this is normal. I'm not really trying to sound, you know, like a different person. This is just my personality and my English speaking voice. So in today's video, I'm going to do my signature makeup look, which is this one. It pretty much involves like really perfect looking skin. Thank you so much. Kind of nudie lips, and the eyes are just, they're getting all the attention with the winged liner and the lashes. This is a makeup look that I feel most comfortable in, you know? This is my look. I started doing winged eyeliner many years ago, and I'm stuck with it. It's become my thing, and you know, we all have our favorite things that we do in our makeup looks. Also, this video is a collaboration with a friend of mine and makeup artist extraordinaire, Beatriz Roque. I'll leave her channel down below. She will also be doing an English tutorial challenge, which is going to be super fun. I really hope you guys enjoy it, and you know, let's just get started. Let's get going. And we're not gonna get close up first, because I'm starting out with the skin. This is going to be a full face tutorial. I just forgot about that. Okay, so thank you so much. Let's begin. Can you tell I like skulls? Can you? I mean, I think you can. Okay, so first things first, pardon my occasional tea during filming. It's because, well, I got a bad throat. Damn it. Since I already have another tutorial like showing a full demo of how I do my, you know, all of my base makeup, I'm just gonna go a little bit quicker through this. But first things first, my skin is cleansed and it is moisturized and it is primed. The primer that I use today, where is it? Yeah, is this Smashbox Original Photo Finish Primer. It's that one that has like a really silicone-y feeling that really helps to really fill in the pores and the lines, and also serves as a barrier for my oily skin so that it doesn't break through makeup quicker. But this is like my second favorite. My number one primer of all time is actually this one from the Balm. It's called Time Balm. This one's perfect. I've never used anything quite like this, and it's really quite the perfect formula. I love this so much. So if you can get your hands on this one by the Balm, I would highly recommend it. But if you can't, I mean, the Smashbox one is just as fine. So now what I like to do is taking some yellow corrector and correcting the redness that I have around my nose. Now this is a trick that I learned from a makeup artist that I admire very much, who's called Lisa Eldridge. I'm using a yellow corrector to correct redness because she said it would be an amazing thing, and even better than green because it doesn't look grayish, you know, underneath foundation. So I'm using yellow, and I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal. So all I'm gonna do is pretty much stamp this all around my nose, and if I find any other areas that I think need a little bit more of that yellow, I will just, you know, brush it on. Now I'm just taking my finger and blending it out, and I like to really blend it out and around my nose and also around to the sides. Okay, so for foundation, I will be using my favorite foundation of all time, which is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I'm actually a mix of shades right now. I'm a little in between sand and light beige, so I like to mix in these two to get my perfect match. This foundation foundation for me really is quite perfect because it is like kind of that medium to full coverage, but it doesn't look heavy or cakey at all. It's also more on the luminous side, but I don't think it goes oily fast, and I really think it does an amazing job of blurring my pores. Like before I used this foundation, I used to use 2 primers, and one of them I used to use to really like fill in my pores, but this foundation does such an amazing job in blurring them on its own that I really don't need a second primer. So I was just able to skip one step by incorporating this product into my routine. So I'm just pretty much gonna pump a little bit of the 2 shades on my beauty blender, doing kind of half and half, and I'm just gonna start stamping the foundation onto my face, and as you can see, it covers up pretty well. You may have noticed, but I have a piercing. Yeah, I pierced my nose. It's something fairly recent, still healing, so yeah, I'm kind of going through a weird phase that I have to pay attention to it. Now I'm just gonna take some down my neck because I do have quite a color difference from my face to my neck. Alright, so now I'm going to apply a really light second layer, just like on the center of the face and a little bit right there where I have a little bit more of discoloration. Now I'm going to go straight into my under eyes, and I'm going to use another shade of the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I'm using Pure Beige, and I'm just applying this right on the under eye. A few years ago I used to do the whole highlighting thing, but I just cannot be bothered. So right now I just like to correct my under eyes, and then I'll do some highlighting with powder later on, and you know, for me that's really enough, but you do whatever you think works best for you, of course. Now I'm just using the tip of my beauty blender to really push that product in and blend it out. I really like this concealer. I think it's amazing quality. It's very smooth and it's not drying, and it's also not cakey, which I love because it really does work in a variety of skin types, you know, and it's really good. It's got really good coverage as well. I do use it on clients. Now I'm just going to use it to neutralize my lids as well, making sure we are covered, honey, because I've got some real, actual Chanel bags right underneath. Alright, now I'm going to fill in my brows. I'm going to do this to wait for all of this to kind of dry down on its own before I set it with powder. I really do prefer doing that. So I'm just going to fill in my brows using the Ka-Brow by Benefit. I use the color number 6. I'm actually using a Milani brush because I actually think that the brush that comes in with the Ka-Brow is good, but it's a little bit too small for me, so. Alright, now I'm going to take a little bit of my concealer on a flat brush like this, and I'm going to carve it out. Pretty much cleaning it up. I'm not using a lot, and I'm also not using like an extremely light shade to kind of make it pop like that. Now to clean up the top, I'm just going to take foundation, like on the side of the brush like this. Instead of picking it up on the tip, I'm picking the product up on the sides. Alright, now that I've kind of let everything set on its own a little bit, I'm finally gonna set with powder. And I'm using my luxury powder from Benai in the color Cameo. And I'm pretty much going to do like a sort of baking on my entire face. I'm not actually going to leave powder resting, but I will set everything like with the sponge and really press it into the skin and use a large amount of powder. So first I'm just taking my beauty blender and removing some of the creases that the concealer is left. Now I'm just taking a separate beauty blender, which is old, and I'm going to dip it into the powder like that. I'm gonna pick up a shit ton of powder, and I'm gonna set my entire face with this. Oh yeah, by the way, this sponge is also damp, slightly. It may seem like a lot of powder, and it is. But this really does help with my oily ass skin to have this makeup last for many hours. Because like what I'm doing is I'm really taking the powder and pressing it into the skin very firmly, so it's not really going anywhere. I'm not doing like a light dusting in which the powder kind of keeps a separate layer from the foundation, like from the wet product. So by using this motion, this technique to set my face with the powder, I'm really making everything into one. This is really, really intense setting. So this is, you know, I'm pretty sure all of you know by now, but this is like a drag technique which ensures that the makeup like stays in place. Oh yeah, last step is setting my eyelids. Forgot. Alright, so my base makeup is all done. Now I'm gonna zoom in and we're going to do the eyes. Alright, so my signature eye look consists mainly of like really winged out eyeliner and big lashes. So for eyeshadow, I usually keep it simple and neutral. Like I usually use like 2 shades of brown and a neutral like creamy eyeshadow. So for that, I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air palette, which I really, really like. And I'm gonna start out by putting some color into the crease, and I'm gonna start by taking this one and I'm taking it on a fluffy blending brush like this, like right on the tip, and I'm gonna place this right along the crease. Since I have hooded eyelids and also quite a lot of lid space, I am bringing this eyeshadow up a little closer to my brow bone. I'm using like these round motions with my brush to help blend everything out. Okay. Now that I'm satisfied with that, I'm going to go into the dark brown right here, and I'm going to deepen up the crease a little bit with that. I'm also taking it in a blending brush, but this one is like a rounder one and a little bit more pointy, slightly. And I'm slowly building on that brown. This isn't like the easiest eyeshadow to blend, I'm gonna be honest. This is slightly patchy, so like that's why I'm going in little by little. Alright, once I'm happy with the depth, I'm going to go back in with that first brown, and I'm gonna go on the edges of it. I also like to take a clean blending brush. This one is one of the best blending brushes I've ever used. It's from Smashbox. It's called Shadow Blending, and it's clean. And I'm just going to lightly brush this. Now I'm taking a tightly packed brush and I'm going to go straight into that dark brown again, and I'm going to define my lower lash line with that. I like my lower lash line very dark, so I'm just going to apply a lot of that. I also like to smoke it out like really low because it really makes my eyes look more sultry and sexier. I like that. Alright, now to help blend that out a little bit more, I'm going to use a pencil brush with that warm brown, and I'm going to run that right below the dark brown. We're forming a transition and cohesion in our blending. You can really see like the dimension and that's here and the dimension that's lacking here. Now I'm taking this creamy shade right here on the lid, kind of create some contrast. Alright, now for the star of the show, which is my eyeliner, my signature eyeliner. I'm first gonna trace it with a liquid liner. I really love the Kat Von D tattoo liner for this. It's really, really good. So basically I map it out first with this one, and then I fill it in with a gel, which I find more long lasting, and I honestly prefer the matte finish that it has. I use the NYX gel liner and smudger. I'm gonna start by tracing out like the wing right here. I really prefer to do like one step at a time to try and keep things as symmetrical as possible. So now I pretty much just finished tracing from inner corner to outer corner, and I'm keeping my pinky rested on my cheek so I have more control. And now I fill it in. I use an angled brush. I'm using a MAC 266. Alright, so I had to go off camera to finish off the liner because I really do need two hands to work with my skin, like pulling. Already fixed it as well. I took the liberty. I also did like the inner wing thing because I really like that. I have kind of round eyes and sometimes they look a little droopy. So this really helps to elongate the eyes and make them look like really cat-like and almond shaped. Now I'm just going to fill in my entire waterline with this black gel liner, top and bottom. Alright you guys, so now I'm just going to use some highlighter on the inner corners of my eyes, and right underneath my brow bone I'm using the Becca Champagne Pop. After that I'm going to curl my lashes, I'm going to apply mascara and my eyelashes, fake lashes. I like to use two stacked pairs of Kiss lashes. These ones, they look like this because they're kind of old, but they're the So Wispy 01. Alright, now I'm going to do all that and then I'll be right back. Alright, so these are my eyes all done. Alright, so now that my eyes are done, I'm going to go back to the face. I'm going to contour, and I've been using this palette for so many things lately, and this cooler shade here is perfect for contouring. It's a little dark on very light skin tones, but for my medium ass, it's pretty good. So I'm taking this in this kind of weird shaped brush, and I'm gonna shape my cheeks with this. I'm taking a really teeny tiny brush with that same color to contour my nose. So I kind of start at the bottom and I go up. So the thing when contouring crooked noses, like it may not look like it, but from the side you can see my nose is kind of crooked. The thing when contouring crooked noses is to go over the bone that is crooked with your contour. So that is what I do. I pretty much bring my contour over the crooked bone, which is right here, so that when I'm looking straight ahead and from the side, you know, the crooked bone, the crooked part is kind of shaded, so it doesn't look like it's, you know, popping so much. Nose contouring is kind of a difficult subject because each nose requires a different technique. Really is one of the most difficult things to talk about like in video, but this rule that I gave you is like general rule of thumb, you know, it's contour over your crookedness that it'll most likely straighten it out. Now I'm gonna bronze with my favorite bronzer, which is the NYX matte bronzer in dark tan. This is kind of a reddish color, which I really like how that looks on me. It's not the typical obvious, you know, orangey bronzer. I'm applying whatever's left on like the tip of my nose and also some of my temple, because I didn't contour there, but I do like to bronze it because I don't wish to recede my forehead. I think I'm pretty proportionate, but I do like to bring in some color to it. Now a blush that I really like for every day is this Baked blush by Milani. Like, I'm a big fan of these. I'm using the Rose d'Oro. It's also a little bit more red and it's got these gold swirls in it that, oh, I love these blushes because they blend amazing, like, and they have a glow to them. Like, you get it done so quickly because they're just so easy to blend. Like, it's really effortless to apply these in the morning and like go out the door, you're done. Now I'm gonna clean up below my contour, like right here. Oh, I'm also using a slightly darker powder to brush this all off, just so that I don't get like an off skin tone. I'm using this Wet n Wild Duo. I'm just using a little bit of this darker shade right here. Now moving to the lighter shade of this duo and applying that right underneath my eyes on the sides of my nose. Right, now before I apply my highlighter, I'm just going to spritz my entire face with some Fix Plus by MAC. This one is the coconut scented. So while this is still wet, I'm just going to apply my highlighter. I'm still using Champagne Pop by Becca. I'm not showing it because it's broken. Super pretty. Okay, so for the lips, I like to keep them kind of simple and nude commonly. So I'm first gonna line them with my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the color Anywhere Caffeine. And I do overline my lips quite a bit, at least on the top. Well, my favorite nude at the moment is actually my own lipstick from my own brand, Rock Me Up Cosmetics, and it's called Belle. It's this beautiful, like, blushy, flush shade for the lips. It just looks like the natural color of your lips. It will really, like, brighten up your complexion and, I don't know, make you look more awake. Not to mention that my formula is vegan and it is very, very moisturizing. So it is an extremely comfortable matte. Now I'm just using some foundation to clean it up a little bit. And we're done. That's it. Okay, so this was my English tutorial challenge done. This look just really speaks to me and it is what I like. And if I had to go out in like makeup every day, this is what I would do. Definitely. Ugh. Someone wants to be on screen. Right, you want to say goodbye with me? No? Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun recording this video. It had been a dream of mine for a while now to record a video all in English. I love English so much. So this to me was like a really happy experience to have. So yeah, thank you so much. Be sure to check out Beatriz's video. It will be on her channel. I still don't know when, but I will link her channel down below so that you can go subscribe and watch her content as well. I hope you learned something today. I hope this video was useful somehow. Alright, so thank you so much for watching again and see ya.